In the digital world, two titans are ready for an epic war. Apple, the famous tech company, is going up against Meta, the virtual reality expert. A big battle between futuristic giants. Meta, the big player in social media, seemed to be doing well in creating an exciting social world on its XR headsets. Even after almost 10 years of working on XR platforms, socializing on Meta's headsets is still not very easy. Apple, on the other hand, is doing things differently with Vision Pro by making sure that apps are naturally social right from the beginning. Now, will Apple succeed where Meta failed or not? To know this, see Horizon Worlds. Horizon Worlds is Meta's big social experiment in the XR world. Think of it as a place to hang out with your friends, build virtual games, and have fun. It's where Meta's big idea of the metaverse begins. Remember the metaverse? Mark Zuckerberg spent billions on it, but it keeps disappointing us, making us wait for it to live up to some of its biggest promises. When you leave Horizon and use the Quest platform, social stuff can get confusing. The simplest social thing is hanging out with your friends, doing things you all like watching movies, playing games, or listening to music. But on Meta's headset, it's like a jungle of apps, each with its own way to connect with friends. Some apps need invites, some rely on Meta's mood, and some use your Meta avatar while others have their own thing. It's like a big app carnival, and it's a bit chaotic. Some apps even make you handle separate accounts and friend lists. Plus, not all Quest apps are naturally social. Think of it this way. It's like creating a fantastic 3D world, but having a hard time sharing it with your friends. Trying to send images from your headset to their phones, or wanting to watch a movie together but ending up watching it alone. Or maybe you just want to kick back and listen to music, but you have to see it through the Quest store to find an app that lets you and your friends enjoy tunes on YouTube together. It can be a bit of a confusing and frustrating experience in this virtual world. Apple's Vision Pro aims to make social interaction a regular and seamless part of our digital experience. The idea is to make socializing feel natural, not forced or rare. They're giving developer tools and rules to make everything social on their platform feel like a big, happy group. No more virtual world filled with strangers and random stuff. Apple wants to make it really easy to share things you love with your friends. This is a great add-on. It engages the audience and builds connection. This idea matches with Apple's apps and social tech they've already tested, like SharePlay. It's a cool feature on iOS and macOS that lets you and your friends watch, listen, and play with apps together while you're FaceTiming. Now, Apple wants to make their own apps, like Apple TV, Apple Music, and Photos, social with SharePlay. SharePlay apps will use spatial personas, which are Apple's fancy avatars made from a scan of your face. This means SharePlay apps on Vision Pro will look the same for everyone, which is great, but that's not all. Apple is making it easier for developers by giving them pre-made room layouts, so they don't have to figure out where to put users and how to move them around. No more strange situations where apps put people inside each other. Thank God. Apple is being clever. They're not making you start all over with new friends in Vision Pro. Instead, they're using the friends that you already have through calls, texts, or emails, so you don't need to add everyone again. Now, here's something interesting. Even apps that were originally just for one person can become social. One person can share their screen with others. If you're the host, you can control the content, but everyone else can talk about it in real time and see what's happening. It's like turning every app into a social hangout where you can discuss what's going on. What's really great is that Apple is all about being social by default. They want to make the things you already do and the people you already know the main focus. This makes Vision Pro different from what Meta is doing with Horizon Worlds and its mix of social apps. You know what's surprising? Facebook Spaces was like a small version of what Apple is now doing with Vision Pro. But here's the important thing. Meta had the chance to make Spaces really awesome. They should have set a clear standard for how social stuff should work on their headsets. In the end, they shut down Spaces in 2019. But even though it's old news, there are still important lessons to learn from that experience. So here's the question. Will Apple succeed where Meta failed? Apple's new Vision Pro headset is not your typical VR device. It aims to make socializing in the virtual world even better. Maybe it will, but there are still some problems that need to be addressed in order to have SharePlay totally outshine Meta's previous projects. It's great for doing stuff with your friends, but it's not the best for those big multiplayer gaming adventures we enjoy. It didn't work with all apps, so you couldn't share everything. Also, some movies and music couldn't be shared because of licensing rules, which is a bit of a bummer. The first problem, SharePlay on Vision Pro only supports up to 5 people at a time. That's not very big for a party. Secondly, the SharePlay options seem a bit limited for personal interactions. Apple has been a bit unclear about what you can do. They say things like virtual handshakes or high fives are possible, but it seems like you can't pass a virtual pizza slice to your gaming buddy. For serious social VR fans who love immersive experiences like Rec Room, SharePlay might not be the perfect solution. Some games let you be anything, from a pirate to a dragon, and SharePlay might restrict your avatar dreams to just 5 friends at a time. Also, these games need more control over what's happening. They want to decide how avatars look and how you and your friends interact in the virtual world. In some cases, SharePlay might not be the best choice, but it can still help you and your group start and try out other immersive apps. So, even though Apple has some VR social features, remember that SharePlay isn't the ultimate social VR expert. It's a good beginning, but we're excited to see what else Apple has for us VR fans. So, now you can decide if you are on Team Apple or Team Meta. And if you are on Team Meta and want to know the latest updates from them, check out this video.